And they can frame a law, see, to further lock you down because they know we're not keeping up with the legislation as fast as they are trying to move things to isolate us. So we can be put in those concentration camps, blocking off the zoning of communities, so that at the right and proper time, they'll make a military strike. And then the world will not pay any attention, except that we are the people who are useless, criminals. The prison houses will not be able to hold us when they start coming after us. With the increased dangers and threats of war, you can just look at the political situation all around the planet. And so you have a Tony Blair, so-called stepping down, but he's not stepping down. He's going to play underground, go up under and support Mr. Bush and the war. But England is one of those places that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad pointed out, that gradually they themselves have a trick and a trick for this white man here in America. That they will gradually pull them into the war. And they're trying to get even because those parties who left England on the Mayflower and landed in Jamestown, Virginia, of which recently the Queen Elizabeth, still active. Yeah, traveling over to still dominate and rule in a way that their symbol and their sign and their sun, they believe, S-U-N, has not fallen. So every one of these nations that are involved have a little trick to play. But because our minds are in Deadville and frozen, we can't take advice. We cannot see that we're being shut down. Every day, a new law, a deceptive law. Then Blair and Bush meeting each other, smiling, enjoying the plot and the plan to destroy us. His whole objective, ever since he was put on the planet, was to destroy the original people. So what he wants to do as he goes into war is to bring as many of us down into this lake of fire that's exploding here in America. So sorry to have to say this, but the problem that has brought all of this out, brothers and sisters, sincerely on a scientific side, is rooted in the black man and the black woman. See? And what was in us had to come out of us through an experiment. And this experiment was working on the germ of life. The germ of life that is in the original black man. And without going too far on that, I would like to refer us to the Holy Quran as the best teacher for this subject. There are several parts in the Holy Quran that refer to Iblis. And Iblis was a rebellious type spirit. And in the Holy Quran, God is convening with angels, right? And in his convening with the angels, Iblis is a hidden factor. And the angels can only do right. The angels can only take God's instructions and follow his commands. And you read that in the Bible more clearly, and in the Holy Quran if you're more familiar with it, and the history of the prophet. Whenever there was danger or war, the angels were there to support the righteous. But they were unseen, and they are the ones that defend the righteous in any confrontation with evil, or any confrontation with the devil. Now this particular Iblis, I would like to give you an example of what was inside us. Iblis was like the scientist Yaqub, who convened with the other scientists. Give you two views of that. He convened with the other scientists, and his uncle was one of those scientists. And he looked up to his uncle, and he said that I know what you know not. Because he could see into the future of what he was going to do as a scientist and bringing out the problem that was lying dormant inside of the original people. They never practiced unrighteousness, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. He said, but the scientists had to bring that weak germ, that weak part of us out so we could look at it face to face. And we're definitely looking at it face to face. So it was a necessary evil, you've heard of that. A necessary evil in order to perfect the making of you of a new man. And the woman's part is exceedingly important. The woman, okay, is the one through whom the birthing of a new people and a new civilization will take place. So you need her to help you come through this operation and take that stubborn little brown germ out. You will need her companionship before it's over. And you will then value her as you come into deeper and deeper knowledge of what has produced the kind of man that you are today, really. But you have to study it on the scientific side, not an emotional side. We will all be put into training camps pretty soon, not prison camps, I hope not. That we will be in training camps to take on higher knowledge of the mechanics of the universe, the science of the atom, the peaceful use of the atom, okay? My crystal is vibrating on my ear, okay. But this is the part that I will end with, that I'm praying, Allah, that I can share it properly and with the understanding of what some of my research has revealed. So when I present my findings, it is part of my study. It doesn't say that this is the truth. But I, as a student, taking the word and the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that he shared with us of Master Farrar Muhammad's teaching, I have come to see certain things that I didn't see before, and how the world and its past civilizations can be joined to what Yaqub had to do as a scientist. Now this should be really interesting to you, right? Perk up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
A little bit more to go. All right. In some of my investigations, which has taken me to many places around the world, the most current studies have been in Mexico, to the south, Cuba, and the islands of the Caribbean, including some of the islands of the Pacific. Now, 2 members of our expedition team are in the room today. And we have at the end some photos that we would like to share with you to show you what kind of information is beginning to come through that relates to Yaqub and his civilization. And as I approach this subject, I wanted to also let you know that Iblis is the dark side of humans today.